get a call from one of the detail officers. They're the people who look after your career and your assignments. Is there any reason you can't be in Norfolk in the morning to report to Amphibious Group 2? And I said, is it okay with my boss? He said, yes. We've covered it with your boss. This was a vice admiral there. And so I went down to Norfolk for the what would have been the Cuban landing for the atomic incident, which might have happened if Kennedy hadn't been smart enough to figure out how to trade off with Brezhnev, how we would handle the nukes on Cuba.
Yes.
But I had known what the system was because I'd been going in early and sitting in on the Chief of Naval Operations briefings in the morning. So I had pretty good background on what the resources were because I was doing the planning for the whole communication system. Not doing the planning, but reporting on it and making it available to others in the plan. So I guess that was
why. Well, and I wanted to ask in relationship to that, because I've never been in briefings of that type, but I guess what I envision is that one way to wisely state information is, I'm assuming it has to be brief.
Had to be very brief.
And it seems unequivocal. So I can't imagine that you go in and you hem and you haw and you say, well, maybe this, maybe that, and possibly this, and well, maybe potentially that could happen. But am I accurate in the way I'm picturing that?
There were usually up to 7 briefing officers for different subjects that the Chief of Naval Operations would be dealing with that were controversial. And he would like, this was Ari Burke, he would like to have the verbal presentations, which would give him a feeling that was different than the plain written stuff, which was right in front of him, because they'd written the brief for that too. And chopped it around my organization and cleared it with the other organizations.
And so in that, you're providing the written brief, you're giving the verbal brief, and for example, how long is that verbal brief? Is it minutes? Seconds?
No, maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Depends on the question. And I had flip charts. Flip charts read not PowerPoint.
Yes. So there's a visual component to it as well. But I'm just thinking about overall the way in which, in that case, the military is making a decision. You're really listening to all parties, some of which are controversial to the others. So being open to all information and then making choices after you've heard from each of the separate parts. So again, that taking of all the parts together.
And so I learned from my bosses how to do that kind of stuff.
Yes, a very specific skill. That we don't see as much today.
Well, it doesn't come up in the newspapers that way.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Right. Thank you for expanding on that.